Good morning, everyone.
And welcome to this week's news broadcast.
Let's begin our news with Izzy.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Izzy here to share some ASC news. This is for everyone who is an ASC officer. All of you should be in ASC Google Classroom by now. Mrs. Urbastando has given all the class representatives an assignment which is listed in Google Classroom. If you have not checked ASC Google Classroom, please do and complete your task. Also, yesterday, our Vice President posted a list of flag rotations. Please check the list and see what week you will be putting up and taking down the flag. I would also like to say that I am so excited to work with all of you, and we had a successful ASC meeting last week. That's all for me. This is Izzy reporting. Back to you, Sophia.
Thanks, Izzy.
Now let's move on to Marie with our school news. Marie?
Good morning, Lancers. I'm Marie and I have your school news. Yesterday, on Monday, September 20th, our STAR test began. The STAR test will test your knowledge of reading and math. Make sure you all try your best, especially upper graders, because your high school of choice will be looking at your STAR test results when you are applying to your high school of choice. Apart from that, we have a pretty normal week. Like always, we get out of school at 12 p.m. on Friday. Thank you all for listening. It's Marie reporting. Back to you, Sophia.
Thanks, Marie. Next up, let's welcome our Athletics Commissioner, Daniel Horn.
He will be delivering our sports news.
This past Saturday, St. Rose varsity beat St. Patrick's 28-21. Archie had 2 running touchdowns and Gabriel with 1 running touchdown. Lastly, Spencer had a catching touchdown from Gabriel. JV tied 7-7 with a run from Emilio. This Saturday, JV will be having a game against St. Rita's. Players must be there at 7 a.m. dressed and ready. Game starts at 8. The game will be at Mater Dei Catholic High School practice field. Varsity has a game against St. Pius. Players must be there at 9:30 a.m. dressed and ready. Game starts at 10:30. The game will be at Mater Dei Catholic High School's football stadium. So have a good day and go Lancers. Back to you, Sophia.
Thanks, Daniel, and good job to the football team. Now let's move on to Maya with our church news.
Good morning, Lancers. Today, I will be reading something which is found in the St. Rose of Lima Church Bulletin, said by our associated pastor. The Feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel, celebrated on July 16th, was first instituted in the late 14th century in commemoration of the approval of the Carmelite order 100 years earlier. The first Carmelites were Christian hermits living on Mount Carmel in the Holy Land during the 12th century. Tradition holds one of the Carmelites, St. Simon Stott, had a vision of Mary where he saw Our Lady holding the child Jesus in one arm and a brown scapular in the other. In Stott's vision, Mary promised that those who died wearing the scapular would be saved. Soon after, the brown scapular became part of the Carmelite habit. The brown scapular is an external sign of the filial relationship established between the Blessed Virgin Mary and the faithful who entrust themselves to her protection and have recourse to her intercession. It is important to note that the brown scapular is not a good luck charm, but it is sacramental. Thank you all for listening. That is all for me this week. This is Amaya signing off. Back to you, Sophia.
Good job, Amaya. Thank you.
Now for our world news, let's welcome Angel Rosario.
Hello, Lancers. I'm Angel here with your world news. The Met Gala, which is an annual fundraiser gala hosted by the Costume Institute of New York City's Metropolitan Museum of Arts, was hosted last Monday, September 13th. The theme for this year's Met Gala was American Independence. Some celebrities who were at the event include Shawn Mendes, Camila Cabello, Lily Reinhart, Billie Eilish, Timothy Chalamet, Kendall Jenner, Chance the Rapper, and many more. On Sunday, September 19th, the singer/rapper Pitbull gave a show at North Island Credit Union for his I Feel Good tour. Pitbull had 20,000 people live at his show. The opening act was performed by Iggy Azalea. Thank you all for listening. This is Angel reporting. Back to you, Amaya.
Thank you, Angel.
Good job. Now let's move on to Sophia Medina, who has your weather for this week.
Hello, Lancers. I'm Sophia, here with your weather for this week. Tuesday and Wednesday should be mostly sunny, which means it might be hot this week. Later this week, on Thursday and Friday, there may be particularly cloudy skies. Also, every single day this week has a 10% chance of rain. That's curious. Even though it says we have 10% of chance of rain, I don't think it will rain this week. That's all for the weather this week. This is Sophia reporting. Back to you, Maya.
Thank you, Sophia.
Did you hear that, Amaya? A 10% chance of rain every day this week.
I did hear that, Sophia. Our cold weather is finally back.
Yay!
Well, now, last but not least, let's finish up this week's broadcast with Sophia V, who has your quote of the week.
Good morning, Lancers. I'm Sophia, and here is the quote of the week. It's a short quote, but I like it very much. Here it is. If you don't know who you are, you won't know where you're going. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. That's the quote for this week. This quote was said by Pitbull himself. This is Sophia reporting.
Thank you, Sophia. And by the way, I noticed the theme this week was a little bit based on Pitbull.
Yeah, I guess it was.
Well, thank you all for listening to this week's news broadcast.
That's all for this week. We'll have more news for you all next week.
Don't forget to spread love and peace.
And have a blessed day.
Bye.